Let's go, step up to the plate. It's been a long time coming here. Long time. We're going to have some fun with this match. We're going to have some fun.
Hey, Emma.
Hello, Kaiser.
How are you?
Just great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to welcome you back. That Burnett guy is a complete disgrace.
I'm sorry, weren't you going to be like best man at his wedding or...
I don't know where you get your information. The guy's been divorced like 63 times, all right? What's more important here is you got me. You can rely on me. I got your back. I'm a big fan of the Fife Club, everything you did. It's just legendary. So, from one legend to another, I got your back.
Why would I need you to have my back?
Because I know things.
Things?
Yeah.
Like what? Third grade math?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, route to the nearest McDonald's.
Right.
How to hijack a Lime scooter? I don't even know.
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. The tournament continues, and we have a match here to get ourselves to the Final Four. And I'll tell you, this is not, I don't think a lot of people, when you were if you were doing your little tournament brackets and you were submitting them, I wonder how many people had this matchup. If you did, you're probably sitting pretty right now because you've got the kid, Brendan Meyer, against Sassy Stacy Howard in this second round match.
I myself do not gamble nonsense. 2010 in Prim, Nevada. Darker days I've never seen. But Christian, as far as today, you're right. The Elite Eight is upon us. This is for a trip to the Final Four. Basketball terminology. We're in the playoffs. I love a good bracket.
Yeah, and what a way. Both of these competitors had amazing first rounds. You look at the kid, Brendan Meyer, who played his rival, and he's got a rival already with Whitney Seibold, and he TKO'd Whitney Seibold. Not a lot of people saw that happening.
He got punched by an 11-year-old, that Whitney did.
And as much as a surprise as that was, the former two-time Movie Trivia Schmoedown singles champion and last year's team tournament winner and the singles winner of 2014, the tournament, Mark Riley, was knocked out in the first round by the queen of upsets, Sassy Stacy Howard, who you know.
Yeah, I beat the crap out of her back in the day.
No.
Match.
Actually, no.
It was an ultimate Schmoedown match. It went to the wire, but I won in overtime.
Well, that's a different scenario than anyone else has seen.
I think you should check the tape. I'm pretty sure I won that one. Back to you, Christian.
You must have the Infinity Gauntlet using that time stone. But I will tell you that what she has done, her ability and the pulls that she's been able to do, she's playing on a different level right now. So this is a very, very exciting match to find out who's in the Final Four.
Yeah, I know. And when you start using those March Madness-style terms, that's when the pressure gets really hot. For us announcing, we got to be pretty good today. They have to be great if they're going to pull off the win today. I don't think you're seeing a knockout here. I think you're seeing a match that is going to go down to the wire and possibly overtime. The same phrase where I beat Stacy Howard 3 years ago.
We're going to find out exactly what these two have been saying about one another, and here we go.
It's your winner by technical knockout, Brendan the Kid Meyer.
You know, a tough match against Whitney, a lot of emotions, you know, we had all that history, but that's behind us now, and now we can just focus on being a team and going after some bad guys.
Sassy Stacy Howard!
You know what, I just knocked Mark Riley out of the game. It's obviously a sign of change.
Yeah.
You know, this is corruption's year.
You know, corruption is seen as a force for kind of like evil in the league. They love being a force.
Look at their spelling. Of course they're evil.
You know, Stacy has proved herself many, many times in the Schmoedown and proved herself once again in that amazing win over Mark Riley, you know, former champion. So I'm feeling like it's going to be a tight match.
You're going to be facing, I don't know if you know this, you're going to be facing Brendan the Kid next.
I don't know her.
Yeah, the kid he's so nice.
He's so sweet.
Absolutely. I don't want kids myself, so today
No, icky, gross. The boobs grow and then they sink and they sag, and I'm not interested in that.
Mine too.
We have a great opportunity to stop some of corruption's momentum and prevent them from getting any of those belts so that we can see some positive forces holding those belts.
Because we are not jerks.
Stacy Howard is one of the most underrated players in history of this game, and we want the spotlight to shine on her, and I think that's what today is about.
The kid is a natural talent. He knows his movies. The real problem we're going to have is trying to figure out how to get him back in here.
Stacy, it would be great if you could do the maximum amount of well in this match, but that I can still win.
That would be nice. Wouldn't it be great if everyone...
You could do amazing, but I could just still win the match. That would really be awesome.
We all need to have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Too good of an attitude. Disgusting. Gross.
That's no place for that in the show.
No.
Look, Sassy Stacy Howard,
Sassy.
The new attitude over the last 5-6 months has been helping. It's been working. And her with corruption, it's been working because she has this newfound confidence. And she is talking smack against the kid, and rightfully so, I understand. Nobody likes somebody who's so nice. I'm kidding. I love the kid. I think the kid is one of the best people to ever come into this league. I love the kid, and I think that we need that type of positivity.
The kid, I just found this out. The kid is actually technically mean by Canadian standards. But here in America,
Yeah.
he is very nice. My real question here is that Sassy Stacy Howard, I think one of her, a nice arrow in her quill, if you will, was the fact that she had a couple drinks. When she was playing against Mark Yodi Riley, she had some drinks. Will she be drinking today? Will the kid have his first taste of alcohol? We're about to find out.
We'll see. He might call the cops on Stacy. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the tale of the tape.
What are they good at?
I was going to ask you.
I can tell you what they're good at right
Please.
now. Brendan Meyer, he is very good at Oscar movies, movie release dates, and being a Toronto Raptors fanboy.
And Stacy Howard.
Stacy Howard, she's very good at Kurt Russell movies in the 80s. She's also very good at 90s Kurt Russell movies, and she is an expert at Kurt Russell in the 2010s.
All right, well, with that, I ask you, are you ready?
I am pumped.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing Shazam, led to the ring by his team partner, the Beast, William Bibiani. With a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout, he is Brendan the Kid Meyer. There they are, as Shazam.
They got their Shazam shirts on. Look at the little dance that
They're both dancing.
It took at least an hour to choreograph something at that level.
Yeah, look at Beast. What a cheerleader the Beast has been for the kid.
Wow, Bibiani really rooting on the kid, trying to get the crowd to chant.
Yes, I love their partnership. I truly do. I think it's a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see their partnership crash and burn at some point mid-next season.
Here he comes back again. I didn't say it.
It's the way things tend to go in the Schmoedown, William. It's not a bar, but you or the kid. It's just, I've been around the league for a while.
Right.
And teams tend to not work out in the long haul.
Well, we'll see what kind of mood I'm in. All right, so, and his opponent, representing corruption, led to the ring by her manager, the pit boss, Ken Knapsack, with a record of 5 wins, 4 defeats, and 1 knockout. She is Sassy Stacy Howard. Corruption again.
Blowing kisses to the crowd and maybe ordering a drink. I think she might have just
Look at taunt. Is that a taunt to Alex Damon?
Taunting Alex, you do not post that.
Alex Damon will, of course, be defending the Star Wars Championship live December 7th. Come see it at the Schmoedown Spectacular.
I already purchased my tickets. Odd that I had to purchase tickets, seeing as how I'll be there announcing the match.
All right, so both the competitors have sat down in the second round matchup here. Both the kid and Stacy. How does round number 1 work?
In round number 1 of the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Tournament, round number 1, it's going to work like a normal round number 1. It's just there's a lot more pressure attached to it. The field will hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing available in round number 1. As soon as you hear us ask a question, you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you with your own marker. Use your eraser at your own risk. You each have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. You're not sure you heard a question right, you need us to repeat it. You just want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, you're having that much fun, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the 3-round match. Christian, the floor is yours.
All right, we start with Stacy. Are you ready?
Sure.
The kid, are you ready?
You know what? Actually, Biz and I were talking, and we have a little bit of a gift for corruption.
What is that?
Actually. Just come up here. There you go. See? See?
Oh, they
correct spelling.
They spelled it right.
They spelled it right.
With
and
the
you
Shazam.
See the I
Oh, look at that.
in there.
Now, wait a
I
minute.
don't know. Just
It's limited to
actually, it's crazy.
rebranding. It's
The
so
computer
cute. I
just
love it.
autocorrects it to that when you spell it KO. I'm just joking.
All right, so
Well,
I guess
I
that's a new it's a nice
Canadian
logo.
Macs work differently.
It's a nice logo. Well, thank you for the new shirt design.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
here
there you go.
Here we go. So
Time out.
So they said
I am
they're
ready.
ready.
They said they're ready, so
I want to build you up to your
now
thing.
you're ready.
Yeah.
All right, then how about this? Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
You nailed it. You absolutely
I
nailed it.
appreciate it. Still got it, I guess. All right, here we go, Mark.
Right. Your first question in this match comes from the world of dramas. And your question. 2014's The Theory of Everything starred Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones. It's about what real-life physicist? I love this match because Stacy looks like Brendan's older sister who did not want to pick him up from track practice.
5.
She wanted to go to the mall with her
4,
friends, denied.
3, 2, 1, and Stacy.
Stephen Hawkins?
No.
No.
Oh, that is so close.
Stephen Hawking.
Yes.
Oh, 1 letter.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawkins. He works at the Exxon in Burbank.
All right. Next question comes from movie release dates. What year saw the release of Toy Story 3?
All right, I'm going to throw the 4th one in there too.
Oh,
Rank
yeah.
your Toy Story movies.
3, 1, 2, 4. But I like 4 a lot.
Okay, shots
5,
fired at 4.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Brendan.
2010.
Yes, Stacy.
I had that, but I said 2012.
Okay, so Meyer going up by 2 here.
All right.
Next question.
Next question comes from the world of Oscar movies. And your question, who won an Oscar for portraying musician Ray Charles in the film Ray?
Do you have any friends named Ray?
I do.
How do you not think about good old Ray?
Ray or
Yeah.
yeah. Ray
5,
Anderson, funny comedian.
4, I remember him.
We
3,
saw Van Halen
2,
in San Diego.
1. Pens down, please, and Stacy.
Jamie Foxx.
Yes, and the kid.
Jamie Foxx.
Got it.
Yes, it is.
Would
They got the double X's.
Would you have awarded a point if they only put 1 X? I would have.
Yeah, you still get the point, but
Yeah,
I do have some questions.
Yeah, all right. Next question. Action adventure. In the Maze Runner series, who plays the lead, Thomas?
You know, so a lot of times people will be like, oh, yeah, then you got like the Hunger Games and you got like the Divergence and
Right.
Maze Runner.
Right.
I think Maze Runner is pretty good.
I think it's not as bad as people think.
The second one,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kid.
Dylan O'Brien.
Dylan O'Brien is correct. Stacy.
I said Tyler something.
Incorrect. So
it is 4-1 as we move on to your 5th question, and that is in the world of fantasy/science fiction, a movie featuring events that probably didn't happen. Your question, which film in the Planet of the Apes franchise features a supporting turn by Gary Oldman? I will let the competitors know you just need to write down the first word of the film. We get it featured a planet with apes. I think that's fair, right? To spot him,
Yeah.
of the planet, of the apes,
Right.
in the thing,
5,
with the rope,
4,
in the conservatory.
3, 2, 1. Stacy.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Incorrect.
It was Dawn?
That's
of the Planet of the
correct.
Apes?
Dawn is
It
correct.
is Dawn. They call her
5-1.
Dawn.
And now the kid up by 4 here as we get to our next question. Comedies. In Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Steve Martin leaves from what city to get home to Chicago for Thanksgiving?
Did you not want them to laugh?
It's not my thing.
No, I know, but it's like you.
It's not my thing.
Okay,
Whoa.
that was
Someone else guess.
Wow.
5, 4, 3,
Somebody laughs when they fart in the
2,
crowd.
1. Pens down, please. And Brendan Meyer.
New York City.
Yes. And Stacy.
LA.
No. Okay. So
All right,
Meyer,
somebody needs to
big
get
lead.
Stacy Howard some rosé.
I
Stat.
haven't babysat in a while, okay? It's been a few years.
Oh, that's good.
The calls are coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
The next question, your penultimate question in round number 1, comes from the world of horror/thriller. And your question is, Dan Trachtenberg directed Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Goodman in what 2016 thriller set in a bunker? Yeah, not much to chew on there as far as stuff for you and I to chat about.
No, I mean, I was just thinking I wouldn't want to be in a bunker with Ken Knapsack after 7-Eleven Doritos or Cheetos or
He
nachos
is
or something.
a big fan
5,
of 7-Eleven.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Stacy Howard.
Cloverfield Lane.
Incorrect.
10 Cloverfield.
Correct.
What?
10 Cloverfield Lane.
It had a number attached to it. Stacy
Stacey
Howard
just
has been
can't-
very close on like 3 of these. She's not that far off.
She's just a little off at the moment. All right. The kid on the verge of a perfect round here. I believe this will be 2 in a row for him. And here is animated. Who directed 2018's Isle of Dogs?
Do you know why it's titled that? Because when you say it, it sounds like you say, I love dogs.
Oh, that's
I
good
love
stuff.
dogs.
That's good stuff.
I love dogs. We're going to the I love dogs. It's not a joke.
5,
Okay?
4,
Sometimes I have
3,
serious things to tell people.
2, 1. Pens down. Kid,
Wes Anderson.
perfect round. And Stacy.
Wes Anderson.
There it is.
Eight-two.
There it is.
So the kid has a chance here. The kid has a chance here to get 9 if he gets this one correct. Mark, he has a bonus question. This is just for you, Brendan. You do not have to write this one down.
Yeah, just say the answer when you think you know. We'd prefer within 15 seconds if you can. Your bonus question is, the 2000 film, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, is loosely based on which famous Greek literary work?
The Odyssey.
By Homer Simpson himself.
This kid, I mean,
Another point for the kid. It's a 7-point
Yeah.
lead over Stacy going into round number 2, Chris.
you look at what he's been doing since the free-for-all. He had the win with Shazam. He has his victory against Whitney, and now he's playing really good here against Stacy Howard.
And he was
as we
great
get
in the
to-
free throw. You just kind of like,
great.
I would say that's his coming out party.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and his only loss comes to the champion, the Paul Oyama.
Yeah,
So-
and maybe the mentorship of William Bibbiani has helped him. Maybe he didn't need that ever in the first place. He knows his stuff when he's up there all by himself. So, Brendan, Stacy, we move on to round number 2. This is the wheel round. You see that wheel? It's got 10 different slices that feature 10 different corners of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. You also have the fan favorite opponent's choice and the competitor wish, spinner's choice. Once you settle on a category, you're each going to hear 4 questions from that said genre. Each question's worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2, so you can ask us for multiple choice if you don't know the answer. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Brendan Meyer, you are 7 points ahead of Stacy right now, so you can choose whether you like to spin first or defer to your babysitter.
I will defer.
She's making $11 an hour plus a tip from the drunken parents when they get home.
String cheese.
Here comes Stacy.
All right, so
I think
Stacy-
that was a classy move by the kid
was a
because
smart
it's
move.
going to get Stacy possibly back in the game, and then
Right.
anything can happen.
Well, Stacy Howard's going to be looking for rom-coms for sure. I don't know how much of a smart move it was because you're trying to get romantic comedies off the board at this point and maybe go and spy movies. Just missing spinners.
Spy movies.
Just spinning
Spin it again. Getting away from those spy movies.
Oh, and there, look at this.
Oh!
Spy movies.
Coming to a dead stop. That wheel has a mind of its own.
Spy movies. All right, spy movies it is. So now, Stacy Howard, you got it?
I got it.
All right.
All right, Stacy. 4 questions. In the world of spy movies, each one's worth 2 points. You fail to know the answer off the top of your head, you can ask us for multiple choice. Brendan, you may be able to steal one of these questions if Stacy misses one. Your first question. Val Kilmer made an early on-screen move in his career in which 1984 spy comedy?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Top Secret, B, The Man with One Red Shoe, C, The Cleaner, or D, Spies Like Us?
B.
That is incorrect for the steal. Brendan, is it A, Top Secret, B, The Man with One Red Shoe, C, The Cleaner, or D, Spies Like Us?
B.
It is one of the funniest movies of all time.
It is Top Secret. I was incorrect.
Thank you.
Incorrect.
All right, so
Incorrect.
then it goes down to 9, right?
Yeah.
It was funny you thought it was right.
Everybody, you two compare, and everybody watching it, everybody in the studio, go watch Top Secret. It is fall down funny. It's hysterical.
All right, so
sorry,
next question.
I'm back.
It's all right.
Next question.
I'm back. All right, 9-2, 7-point game. Stacy Howard, next question, world of spy movies. What Lost actor, as in the TV show, not he's like Lost. What Lost actor plays an IMF agent who is killed in an early scene of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol? The actor name, yes.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Matthew Fox, B, Josh Holloway, C, Daniel Day Kim, or D, Dominic Monaghan?
Five, 4, 3.
B.
That's a point.
1
Josh
point.
Holloway.
Josh Holloway it is. Okay, question 3.
He played Sawyer, I believe, in Lost?
Yes.
All right, so Stacy cuts the lead to 6 with 2 questions left in round number 2 in the world of spy movies. Your penultimate question. What was Pierce Brosnan's first James Bond film?
Ooh, first one. I think it's GoldenEye.
You think correctly. 2 points. Cuts the lead to 4. Stacy Howard starting to make the match competitive, and she can cut the lead to 2 here if she gets her last spy movie question correct right off the bat. And that query is, who plays Ben Affleck's boss at the CIA, Jack O'Donnell, in the film Argo?
His boss at the CIA. Oh, man. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Tate Donovan, B, Bryan Cranston, C, Kyle Chandler, or D, Victor Garber?
Five.
What are the choices one more time?
4.
A, Tate Donovan, B, Bryan Cranston, C, Kyle Chandler, D, Victor Garber.
A.
That is incorrect for the steal, kid. I'm going to give you your options one more time. A, Tate Donovan, B, Bryan Cranston, C, Kyle Chandler, D, Victor Garber.
Bryan Cranston.
We have a 5-point game because that is correct.
That is correct.
Brendan Meyer, 10 points. Stacy Howard, 5 points.
Yep. Now the kid gets up to the wheel, and he's looking for something. He's good, and he's going to try to close the game out here. If he
We're
can
looking
do
at knockout territory. One thing I know about Stacy Howard, you don't want to give her a chance in
Oh.
round 3.
Modern classics.
Modern classics.
Modern classics, but he just tempted the wheel with opponent's choice. Is he going to stay or going to go? He's spinning again.
Spinning away from modern classics. All those movies came out before his birth year of 2011.
Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan it is.
I have to keep it. I will be okay with keeping it, I guess.
All right, Christopher
All right,
Nolan.
calm down. Calm down.
It's impossible. All right, so Christopher Nolan.
All right.
Find this eventually.
Christopher
There we go.
Nolan.
All right, here we go, kid.
Famous director.
Okay. Christopher Nolan in Insomnia. Who plays the murder suspect, Walter Finch?
Robin Williams.
2 points. Okay.
All right, and Christian, you hate to say it, we're getting close to knockout territory here, potentially.
All right, question 2. David Bowie makes a cameo in which Christopher Nolan movie?
The Prestige.
2 more points. Yes. Okay.
And
Question 3.
Brendan Meyer saying, let's dance with a knockout. Could happen on the 4th question, not on this one.
In Dunkirk, what item on Tom Hardy's Spitfire plane gets damaged during a dogfight?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, the fuel gauge, B, airspeed indicator, C, magnetic compass, D, altimeter?
Altimeter.
What did I say? Altimeter?
call it.
Altimeter.
C.
Incorrect. Stacy, is it A, fuel gauge, B, airspeed indicator, C, magnetic compass, D, altimeter?
The fuel gauge.
That's correct for 1
What
point.
a huge steal. That avoids a knockout.
Oh, yeah.
That avoids a knockout.
Yes, it does. It does. Okay.
Guarantees her entry into round 3 where anything can happen.
Here you go. Last question, kid. Christopher Nolan was an executive producer on this 2014 Johnny Depp flop.
Transcendence.
Yes, for 2 more points. Big pull for the kid. All right, so we have now 10-point lead as we
Terrible film.
10-point lead.
Yeah,
Don't
so
give away
Stacy
some-
Howard, basically, the good news for Stacy is that she made it to round 3. She avoided the knockout. However, the bad news, she has to answer all 3 of her questions in round number 3 correct to force the hand of Brendan Meyer to answer 1 question, so he could be in technical knockout territory. Here's how round 3 works. We're going to get a series of numbers from each competitor. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number you give us corresponds to a different genre of movie, trivia, Schmoedown know-how. The first question, asked to you and only you, is worth 2 points. The next one is 3 points. The last one, should we get that far, is worth 5 big points. Now, Brendan, because you enjoy a 10-point lead and are on the verge of a technical knockout, you're going to give us your numbers first. From 1 to 20, give us 3 that feel particularly lucky, and please use American numbers, not Canadian numbers.
1, 9, and 4.
1, 9, and 4.
I don't get that metric system.
Me either.
All
Stacy?
right, Stacy, what do you got?
6, 12, 16.
6, 12, and 16. I will ask the questions here to Stacy, who is trying to avoid the TKO. Stacy, you chose number 6 for your first one. Number 6, and that would be Pixar. Pixar. Toy Story was the first film released by Pixar. Which 1998 film was the second?
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
First one. Toy Story was the first film released by Pixar. Which 1998 film was the second? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Second one. Toy Story was the first film released by Pixar. Which 1998 film was the second? Five, 4.
Toy Story 2.
And your winner by way of technical knockout, Brendan the Kid Meyer. The answer was A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life.
Like that, ants came out around the same time.
But look at the kid. The kid now has his second consecutive TKO in the tournament. He has 2 TKOs against Whitney Seibold and Stacy Howard. That is impressive.
It's impressive, and even more so, as you alluded to in round number 1, is that he is coming out of the gate so fast, so furious. He lives his life a quarter mile at a time for a reason. He gets so far ahead of his opponent early in the match that they're just flummoxed by the time they're spinning the wheel. That's his strategy. I don't know if he'll be able to continue it once we get to the Final Four, but man, has it paid off for him so far.
Well, you know what I think has been helping is the fact when you look at what his big strength was, and like you said earlier, his coming out party was the free-for-all, right? That skill is getting all of those questions, just the kind of round 1 questions, and him and his partner, Bibiani, very good at that because that is really the first round is the free-for-all, and he's so good. He does 2 consecutive. He's got perfect rounds. 2 knockouts. two technical knockouts in the tournament, and now he's going to play the winner of Preston and Bateman, and that's going to be a battle no matter who he plays. So the kid right now is sitting pretty at 3-1.
I like Ben Bateman. I like Paul Preston just fine. I guarantee this. The kid is going to be the likable fan favorite in that matchup.
I think you're probably right. But Stacy Howard, once again, Stacy Howard has nothing to hang her head about. It's one of those things. Stacy will have a match like she did against Riley, but she can have a match like this. But the question is also, what's she going to do in the teams tournament? She's got Crimson Fury with her partner, and they've got a pretty big match.
Does she bring back the rosé for the team match?
Maybe so, but we're going to find out all that and more with Jen Sturger, who's back there with Corruption, Stacy Howard, and Ken Knapsack.
Stacy, what happened to the rosé? What happened? You had so much momentum.
You can't drink in front of the children. Come on.
Oh, now you have standards.
Yeah, now I have standards. Today was a difficult day because I was so close on so many of those questions. I was also close to falling. I don't know if you just saw. I almost banged to the thing. But, I wasn't on my game today. So, you know what? Maybe singles, it's not the year for that. It's time for the teams now for me. So, it's where my strength's going to lie.
That is right. You still have teams coming up. Kennedy, how are you feeling going into that?
Two things, Jennifer. First, we want to know where to submit our bill for the babysitting done today. I think I'll find someone in the bookkeeping department. Second, Jennifer, life is about swings and misses. And sometimes you have to take the big swings and you might miss, but it does not matter. You get up and you get back into that batter's box. We got the teams event. We know that we have a young competitor who's hungry at Stacy's side, and we know what Stacy can do. She's had some gigantic historic wins, and she's also had some losses. But again, swings and misses is what life is about. You move forward. That's all we're going to do here at Corruption. We're not done yet, Jennifer.
I see what you did there, Ken. Stacy, what are you going to do to bounce back from this loss? I feel like you do so well in the first round of tournaments, and then it's just like you lose momentum or you hit a wall. Is it the downtime in between matches? Like, what is it?
It might be the fact that I don't study because I'm not a loser. But, like I said, I'm gonna focus my energy elsewhere. So hopefully I gain that momentum back with another partner who's obviously very knowledgeable. I'm gonna bring that spice, that spunk with it.
And rosé.
Yeah, and rosé, obviously. Glass for both of us. And we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna dominate. So I'm not scared. I don't care. I'm not worried.
All right, Ken, start working on that Bevmo sponsorship all right? Back to you guys.
All right, so
you get the swings and misses.
Yeah.
That's Jen Sturger and Cody Decker's show that they do every morning.
Good.
You can listen to swings and misses. Check it out right now.
Ken was very, very excited about that, too. He's still smiling. Look at him.
Yeah, he loves a good pun almost as much as you do.
I like that so much so. Listen, the Corruption obviously a little bummed, but they're right. The team's tournament is not too far
They'll
off.
get it back.
And Crimson Fury is a very, very formidable team. But the story right now is the kid. You look at what he's done. He just TKO'd Stacy. He TKO'd Whitney. And, the question I also very curious about is what happened. How did Bibiani feel about that knockout to see Whitney get knocked out against the kid? No one's asked him that. I'm curious.
No one has asked him where his emotional mindset is, where his heart lies. Is he torn at all? Because he seemed to
pretty
have
happy
a pretty
with
good
the
dance
kid.
with the kid.
Yeah.
But maybe there is something else lurking inside that beastly brain of
Let's find out. Jen Sturger's got both the kid and the beast. Here we go.
That's right, guys. Brendan, you're still kind of breathing heavy back here. I think even when you had that really strong lead, you still were nervous up there. Is that just learning the game and learning that anything can go at any way,
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny. I know, having watched matches, that I know if I was watching a match like that, I would have probably been like, 7 points is a lot. But when you're up there, you start to really see it. You look at the wheel, you go, okay, so if I spin something I'm not good at, she spins something she is good at, there's a big point swing, then maybe I still have a lead, but it's small. I mean, you really, it always feels close up there until you hear someone say, and your winner, it's you, It always feels close.
Christopher Nolan, obviously you got a category that you knew and you felt good about. Why did you spin away from the first?
Modern Classics. So it's funny because I did spin it.
Because you weren't born when most Modern Classics were popular.
Yeah, maybe. Well, no, Modern Classics is a really, really interesting category because I think that the questions tend to be more deep cut. And so I've seen a lot of movies, but sometimes, especially some of those modern classics, I feel like sometimes I saw them when I was younger, and it's possible I may not have revisited them in the last couple of years. So I always feel better going with something else. And Christopher Nolan, I think he's one of my favorite directors, so it was lucky for me, yeah.
And how's the coaching process been for you, Bibbs, with all of this going on? You know, he's put on some fantastic matches. Anything that you want to see him improve on? Or
I'm going to say this right now. Speaking as someone who has joined factions and joined teams where the coaching process can be kind of condescending and crap, the kid is coaching me as much as I'm coaching him. The kid is teaching me how to play the game again, and I am a better player for it, and he is already a great player, and I don't have to teach him much at all. What we do is we work together and we strategize, and together we are racking up the wins. This one is all him, of course, but it's a win for the team, and that's really, really awesome, and I could not be more proud of him if he had somehow also bench pressed a truck and ran a marathon and jumped to the moon and punched out the devil. Couldn't be more proud even then.
their t-shirt,
They're a lateral move.
Their t-shirts, Bibbs, not superpowers. So how are you feeling going into this next round of the tournament? You're either going to be facing Preston or Bateman. I mean, neither are a slouch of opponents, that's for sure.
No. I mean, this is the thing is I feel like Whitney and Stacy were both tough opponents, and things went my way on that day. And I think that this will be the toughest test, not just because it's because you're going to be playing people in form. You're going to be playing people who've won 2 matches in a row, and Ben has been around this league a long time. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. And Paul, I have been consistently impressed with how he's played. I've seen all his matches, and he is.
And how much he snorts protein powder.
Yes, exactly. I mean, look, the way he's playing, I might need some of that, because seriously, he is playing so well. I mean, and so we'll see what happens.
Don't dip into the drugs, kid. Don't do it.
You're fine the way you are. We all love you the way you are. Don't change. You're doing great.
Was it weird seeing him play Whitney?
It was weird seeing him. What a coincidence that you would ask that question. I wonder how that could possibly have been set up. No, it was weird seeing him play Whitney, but you know what? I knew that whoever won that match, I was going to lose, because someone that I cared about was going to lose that match. But someone that I cared about also won that match. And Whitney and I are, we're on the outs, Schmoedown-wise, but we put on a good face and we podcast every single week. We have a Patreon. Excuse me, I have something in my eye.
Oh, such a Sophie's choice for Bibiani. Best of luck to you in the next round of the tournament. Back to you guys.
Well, I mean, look.
I don't know that I could plug our Patreon while I'm weeping.
Not like that. He's so good. It was funny, though, too, because I know Bibiani so well now. And when I was watching him, he's giving all these, really nice words to the kid. And I'm like, where's the Bibiani-isms? And then the moon stuff and the punching the devil, and that's the Bibbs we know and love.
You don't
and
think that's real?
Well, of course it's real. That's what goes on through his head, and that's why he's the beast that we love so much. But you can also tell that's why there's so much love between the two of them. And I happen to disagree with Bibiani a little bit, too. I think that the kid has soaked up a lot of information from playing with somebody of the beast caliber.
Absolutely,
because you're looking at
how to play the game.
Yeah. It's a former champion, and the fact that is exactly what happened. And when you saw they were at that table at the free for all together for a very long time too, right. So that's when the bond started. Was at that free for all, and you see it's one of the bigger stories of what's happened in the Schmoedown this season. Are these two guys, and watching what they're going to do. They both come from different generations of Schmoedown. So to see what they're both doing in both singles and getting excited to see them in teams together for the teams tournament, it's an exciting time.
A bond forged in the fire of competition, unlike us who are forged in the fire of your barbecue. Thanks for the invite back in 2003. Well, we got a lot to look forward to here in the tournament setting. Like Christian had said, make sure you guys check out our Schmoedown Patreon. Move to your Schmoedown Patreon. Check which tier is right for you, and check us out wherever you enjoy your podcast. And we have live events coming up at the Schmoedownlive.net.
Will it be
.com. Excuse me.
There you go. .com.
.com.
But will the kid be in the finals in Orlando on October 19th? Well, somebody will be there. There will be 2 people competing to find out who's going to play for the championship at the Spectacular, and you guys can see it. Come to Orlando. That's right, October 19th. The Schmoedownlive.com. Get it. And make sure also that you throw a comment here. Throw down a like. Make sure that we're going to do today, we'll do, let's say,
20,000.
Not 20,000.
20,000 likes.
We'll do 2,000 likes, and we'll do 500 comments. Let's see if you can get it done. Go ahead, comment below there, and we will see you next time. Man, this tournament's getting going.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Hey. I've been meaning to talk to you. Nice blazer. It's my old brand. Axe. Messy look? It's my old brand too.
You know what, Ben? You're a joke. The horsemen are a joke. I actually used to look up to you. Now you just follow around Roka like you're some sort of puppy dog? Wake up, Ben. Joke.